It's Bella Gold.
But tell me, an average Nigerian does not even know his constitution. They say if you want to hide anything for a black man, put it in what?
In the book.
In the book. And they will not read it. But it's there. You can recall them back. But how many of them have we recalled?
No, I'm not heard of it.
And you say, don't worry, by the time he comes back, 4 years time or 3 years time, we'll not vote for him again. 4 years time, 3 years back, he's back again. And he's flashing money. You collect it and you go back to the polls. And you go vote him in again. Another year of suffering. You see, it pains me because each state, each local government has a uniqueness. I tell people, God or the supreme being did not just put you in a country without you having a reason. So anyone who is born in a particular location, there's a reason for that person being there.
Okay, so how do I get involved in community development? But eventually I want to be part of it.
You see, the first thing to do when it comes to community development is joining the race. You cannot stay outside the fence and abuse those within the fence and say you're not doing well. My father used to say something during his lifetime that don't say I cannot until you're faced with that situation. Are you getting me? Don't say I cannot steal until when they put you in a position where you see money every day. Then if you do not steal it, then you can now beat your chest and say, I was sitting on money and I did not steal it. Are you getting what I'm saying? So you cannot stay outside and be saying that person is not good. What if they put you there? What would you do different? What would you do different? So within the community, join the parties. You want change? Join the party. Be PDP, be APC, be Labour Party, name the party. You want change? You must join them. You cannot sit down outside the fence and make all the blabs. Are you getting me? The truth of the matter is this. You might decide not to even join a party, but be a sort of pressure group.
Okay.
You understand? Where you tend to, interface with these people and challenge the decisions they make, because every decision that is made in the parliament affects you.
Yes.
So you could challenge it as a citizen of that community. But because of the fact that we don't even know this, nobody challenged them. If I get a policy that does not suit me or suit people around my community, we can write to the parliament telling them, so autonomous community, we saw a policy that does not favor us. Write reasons why it did not favor, the advantages and the disadvantages, and why it is not good for your community. They would look at it in the parliament. But if we do not do this, and we just keep shouting in our backyard, no, there will be no change.
Okay, patriotism in the face of hunger, how do you define it?
Yes, there's a saying in Yoruba that says, which means when food is taken away, it's not that we are hungry or we do not see food or we don't have food to eat. The first question is, what do you want to eat? I don't have money and I am craving fried rice with turkey and juice. Auntie, hunger will finish me. Because I know I do not have. So why don't I buy what I believe or eat what I believe I can afford? Then we'll build from there. You see, to me, I think the decadence we have presently in Nigeria is people trying to do or live beyond their means. We see social media hypes of these celebrities living so large, and we want to wake up one morning and also want to live large. But you've forgotten that success is only seen when it's success. Before the success, there have been the struggle, the heartaches, the eating beans every day, eating drinking gari morning, afternoon, night. But when they become successful, is what you see. If you meet most successful people and they tell you their story, you will know that they have seen Shige Pro Max. You understand? And it's a situation where you need to build yourself. You might be hungry. Hunger can actually drive you into becoming better. Hunger. You have a piece of land in your village or in front of your house or somewhere, and it's just fallow, and you say you're hungry. God has given you the land, and you say you're hungry. Why don't you go till and plant? Plant. Our land is so good that you can plant vegetable within, especially now that it's raining. Corn, in less than how many weeks to start sprouting? Right? You see, until we allow that hunger drive us into being successful, then we'll remain poor. So, you cannot tell me you're hungry. You understand? The hunger should drive you to making food. Discoveries are made from hunger. The first man who discovered fire was hungry until he discovered fire, and he noticed that eating raw food is not good until when you put some fire to it. And so that's it. Let your hunger drive you to success. Thank you.
Okay, we'll speak about SMEDAN and what SMEDAN, the role SMEDAN has to play, because most of us don't even know what SMEDAN is and who they are, and if they even exist in Nigeria, because we just believe like, oh, who will help me, who will help us. Okay, so I'd like to speak about SMEDAN, at the same time community development. How can my community develop? That's the question. How can I go back and say, okay, if we try this XYZ thing, I feel it will yield increase. It's positive and everyone will be fine. People will gain employment and all that. So what are those things that I could go back and say, okay, let's do this and try?
So SMEDAN is a federal government agency. We stand as an advocate for nano, micro, small businesses. Nano, micro, and small businesses. SMEDAN is an agency where we do advocacy, we do linkages, we do access to markets, and we help, we bridge the gap between the government and the citizen. Now, when it comes to community building, SMEDAN is in the forefront because we tend to go to the grassroots. We are not seen, yes, we are a federal agency, but SMEDAN is in the whole 36 states of the Federation.
36.
The whole 36 states of the Federation. You can check our site at the agency's website at www.smedan.gov.ng. That's gov.ng, and get all our addresses and the state managers' phone numbers and all. But when it comes to community development and SMEDAN, remember I told us we run a program called OLAP, One Local Government, One Product. Now, this particular program was done so that communities can actually look back inwardly. What can our community stand for? What product can we bring out from our community? If you call Ijebu Gari, everybody in Nigeria knows Ijebu Gari. And Ijebu is not one local government in Ogun State. Ijebu is big. We have Ijebu Tele, we have Shagam, we have Remo, we have, Ipara, we have Ilara, we have Ijebu Mushin, so Ijebu is big. But the Gari that comes from Ogun State in that particular district is called what? Ijebu Gari. And if you ask me, where is the Ijebu? Ijebu is so much. An average person in Ogun State does Gary. And from each family, there's a style in which they use in doing theirs. Those in Yewa do Gary. Those in the central Abeokuta do Gary. But the way they do it in Ijebu is just different. Do you understand? And so, the community development we do is that we tend to go into the community, do town halls, relationship, where we go into the town halls, talk to the leaders, talk to the youth, find out what their problems are, how can we mitigate and bridge the gaps. Do they have cooperatives? You see, government do not do individual discussion.
Okay.
Because the truth of the matter is, one voice cannot shout loud. There's no amount of shout one person would do that would sink in. But when a community comes out to shout, it will take more ground.
Sure.
Do you understand? So we tend to work with community-based cooperatives. Okay? In the last 2017 to now, the 20 local governments in Ogun State have benefited from this one local government, one product, where we have actually worked with over 60 cooperatives.
60?
Yes, over 60 cooperatives since 2017 till
the
date.
Cooperatives are from the local government?
Local governments.
Okay, they form the cooperatives.
The cooperatives are already in existence. Okay. So what we just do is find them out, ask them what their problems are, right? Then help them solve those challenges. I use the word, sorry, it's not a problem, but the challenges, and help them try and look for solutions to these challenges. And so when we do this, we have actually done community building, but you see, the government cannot do everything. The government is only supposed to create enabling environment. Are you getting it? Government is not supposed to be the one producing or creating the products, right? The government is an institution. The people in the community are the ones who are supposed to create these jobs, create these products, where the government creates an enabling environment for them. And so that's what SMEDAN does. So we help them, we have the federal government create an enabling environment for these communities to ride on. And so when they ride on it and do it properly, they get funded. Right? They get funded. Also, some of them get access to market. Now, access to market is, we pay for transportation for them to come exhibit their products in trade fairs, internationally acclaimed trade fairs, the ones organized by the agency or the ones organized by the state government, right? So we do all this just to be able to help each community grow. So SMEDAN is at the forefront of community building. And thank God, my President Director General, being a youthful person, has always have it in his back of his mind to bring the youth to the forefront. Because we know that they are the next generations. The youth, the women, these are the people that SMEDAN is actually focused to, where 40% of our project is entailed to this set of peoples. You get? And so SMEDAN is an advocate for community development. Thank you.
Okay, so talking about those products and markets, is it just local markets or?
No, we don't do local alone. We do international markets. Of December last year, the agency took some entrepreneurs down to Egypt for the international trade fair there. And we do a lot of such exhibitions. Presently, there are some for going to the US very soon, by the end of July, end of June to the early July. They're going to be sponsored down for an exhibition in the US. The agency tend to do this. But
each state or just from your own?
No, from each state. From each state. But the thing is, you need to actually have created the product you want to go and exhibit. So if you do not have a product you want to go and exhibit, the government cannot hold your hands. But you see, another thing is, government will not help you if you're not structured. Is your business registered? A lot of people run from all these things saying, by the time I register now, government will know how much I they make. No, we don't need to know how much you make. But you need to, I cannot work with you if I don't know your name.
Yes.
So you need to have a name. You need to have an identity for us for government to actually work with you. And so a lot of people will say, government did not do for us. Government will not do for you if you do not do with government. And so those are the first set of things. You want SMEDAN to help you. You need to be at least formally registered. Not completely on the CAC.
Okay, I was coming to that.
You understand? Yeah, you see, like I said, SMEDAN operates nano, micro, small businesses. Nano are the we call them one-man business. But even the one-man business in Nigeria is not run by one man. But the nano businesses is just this individual with his laptop. You understand? And he's doing business. And he's cashing out. Do you understand? You have the small business. Then we have the micro. We have nano, micro, small, and medium. So those are the categories we have classified business owners in Nigeria. So for these women who sell pepper, in these average shops or the streets, they're nano businesses. The agency know that most of them might not be registered, but we have fundings for them. Of recent, we gave out 50,000 for such. 50,000 may look small to you, but to these women, it's a lot of money. They had it up to here and there. It makes some things to come in. You understand? But you see, it's a grant to them. It's not money that they will pay back.
Oh wow, that's nice.
You understand? Although we have loans, we have the Sterling Bank, SMEDAN Sterling Bank loan of 5 billion naira.
In Nigeria?
Yes, in Nigeria.
It's on the news?
Yes, it's on the news, on social media. Check out the social media. Just go to your Google. Just type in Sterling SMEDAN loan. You'll see, we have the matching fund with Jai's Bank. And there's so many fundings that the government.
Effortlessly.
No. When I say it, you see, there's nothing that's easy.
Okay.
You see, like I said, you need to be structured for you to be able to access some of these fundings. Like I said, I cannot give you money if I do not know you. I must have a relationship with you for me to what? Give. I guess what I'm saying. So if I do not have money, if I do not have a relationship with you, I cannot give out. So you must create that relationship first. And so that's a major problem we have with fundings for nano small businesses in Nigeria. They do not want to have a relationship. Most of them always shy away from paying their taxes.
Okay, so for SMEDAN is a two-way thing, individual and community.
Yes.
So that means as an individual, I could have a small business, say food business.
Yes.
Probably I cook or
yes.
And then I come to SMEDAN and say, okay, fund me.
Yeah, well, you see, our act does not actually allow us to fund you directly.
Okay.
But we help you access fundings from our sister agencies. We have our sister agencies at the Bank of Industry, Bank of Agric, African Bank, you understand, Development Bank, we have in Exim. These are CBN, we help you get fundings from these places. But SMEDAN does not directly give out funds. You understand? So it's not part of our mandates that established the agency. Until we have a review of this, for now, we only work with our sister agencies to get this funding. And that is why we do what we call the PPP, public-private partnership, where we have with Sterling Bank now. Sterling Bank has the fundings, we have the platform, and we use that platform to help Sterling Bank, in disseminating these funds to to those who actually need them. I get it. So those are the ways we tend to fund. So indirectly, SMEDAN does not actually give the fund. right? But we indirectly give out funds. Yes, please.
Okay, so there's more personal
Yeah.
for the community. SMEDAN also steps
Yes, yes.
to say, okay, this community has this project.
Yes.
Like I give an instance, we have farm kernel in my place, and SMEDAN can come and say, okay, this project is worth it.
Yes, and we could actually help you out, maybe fabricating equipment. You know, we do what we call MSME clinics. Like we come in like a doctor to assess the patient who is the business itself.
Okay.
Do you understand? I would tend to walk around it and see the way we can walk to the best of that community's and because of that, we have staffs all over the country.